In this video, you'll learn how to think about classroom management before class begins. Classroom management can feel hard when we have to make lots of on-the-spot decisions. Students finish too fast. Now what? Students are falling asleep. Oh no. Instead, we can try to anticipate what will happen during class while we are planning our lessons. First, having routines and procedures that are done every day or every week is a way to reduce classroom management challenges. When students learn how to do these routine activities, everything goes smoothly. For example, primary students may know that first they do an opening song. When they hear the first couple of notes, they immediately start singing. It can take some time to teach students the regular routines of the day or week, but it's worth it. Some activities can be used again and again with different content. They are like templates, a basic shape that can be filled with different teaching points. For example, model sentences. The model is written on the board along with several options to help students write their own sentences. Model sentences can be used with all kinds of grammar patterns, and variations can be to write silly sentences instead of true ones, or sentences about a classmate or favorite celebrity. Another example of a template is pair work, where the interaction is cued by cards. Once the teacher has introduced this several times, students can quickly get to work, practicing speaking with each other based on the card they draw from their pile. Sometimes classroom management problems happen because students have been sitting too long and are getting sleepy or restless. Sometimes the opposite is true. Students have been doing a lively activity and are slow to get quiet. We can prevent such problems during the planning stage by alternating activities that stir students up or stimulate them with activities that settle students down or calm them. Some examples of settling activities that will quiet the students are listening or individual reading. Some stirring activities that will wake students up and enliven the class are pair speaking activities or group games. Activities with movement are stirring, and even in a large class, students can move with activities such as stand when you hear or TPR with hands. Planning in advance can also take care of another management issue: timing. There will always be students who finish activities before their classmates. It's good to plan ahead to give those students more opportunities to improve their English. For example, after reading the chapter about Tom Sawyer getting the other boys to paint the fence for him, all students can answer the first three questions. But students who are better at English can answer a fourth question that requires more synthesis and critical thinking. It's also important not to wait until every student has finished before stopping the activity. Walk around to see that most students have done most of the work and then call time. You can say something like, "Your group might have discussed only the first two problems. That's okay." Sometimes students get into a task right away, but sometimes they have difficulty getting started. And in a large class, it's hard to walk around giving help to all the students who are just sitting there instead of working. Teachers can build help for students who need it into their lesson plan. For example, if we want them to do a role play, maybe lower level students need the first and last sentences. The form this extra help takes might be a handout that you only give to students who really need it. In places where handouts are not practical, put the help on a piece of paper that you stick to the wall. Students who need it can walk over and look. Each of these ideas can be thought about before you get into the classroom and written into your lesson plans, and they will each make management once you're actually teaching much easier.